Hi everyone. So I'm not exactly feeling all that great at the moment, and this is because yesterday afternoon the next Doctor to play the Doctor in Doctor Who was announced to be Jodie Whittaker, a woman. Fuck's sake. This is an example of where third wave feminism has gone way too fucking far, because all these people, including Billie Piper and Karen Gillan and loads of the fans, have said, oh, we're in the 21st century, equality needs to happen, it needs to be much more present. Well, let's just get our heads straight here and get them out the clouds for a bit, come back down to reality. This is a fucking TV show we're talking about. If the Doctor is a woman, first of all, no, this is not going to affect any equality at all. And by the Doctor being a man in all previous incarnations, no women were oppressed by this at all. No women were exploited by the Doctor always being a man. That's if they've got any sanity, for a start. Feminism is genuinely something which pisses me off at this point in time, because fair enough, in the past, around the times like the early 1900s with the suffragettes and stuff, and the 1960s with domestic roles, that actually is equality. But if you look at things which have got to do with feminism in the past 5 years or so, you've got women making claims about sexist air conditioning, mansplaining, manspreading, of which has got nothing to do with a patriarchy in the slightest. There's a whole other rant which I could make upon feminism around this era in time, but let's stick to the subject. This is Doctor Who we're talking about. What pisses me off massively is when people from the fans say that people like us who want a Doctor to remain male, are sexist. What part of me saying that I think the Doctor should always be a male, because that's what I prefer, says that I'm inducing a patriarchy and putting women at a lower status in society? Exactly, I'm not. Because she, and along with many other people, mainly women, think that having the first female Doctor is going to inspire women. Fucking hell. I mean, the Doctor being male for every previous incarnation hasn't made me think, yeah, you know what? When I become a fully grown man, I want to be going round earning, 40k a year, owning and having all this knowledge, generally being more intelligent than women. Because if you look at statistics anyway, women and girls are already actually excelling above boys in a number of things. Same the other way round. But I mean, now, for the last 30-40 years, girls have outperformed boys in the education system. Just like males dominate certain areas of society, such as, being actual doctors, other things which you would probably consider to be male jobs, women also dominate areas, so stop saying that one individual fictional character is responsible for social gender inequalities. And I swear to God, if it's another woman alongside what we now have as a female Doctor and another female companion, this kind of tells me that little old Mr. Chibnall over here is a bit of a nonce. I remember him being on an interview show in the 1980s about why Doctor Who was failing back when he looked like this.
No, just for a change. I mean, the last episode was admittedly much better than the previous 4, but I still felt that story was fairly boring.
And you would have thought someone who wants the show to survive would go for something safe, especially seeing as the Doctor Who ratings at the moment aren't exactly an all-time high with Peter Capaldi. So if he's going completely out on a tangent and doing a first, which he doesn't know whether is going to be successful or not, or is going to be responsible for the second cancellation of the show, is a bit of a risky move. And do you know why I think that the show isn't, possibly might not do that well in surviving after Jodie Whittaker's incarnation of the Doctor? There is a very strong correlation going on with new Doctor Who and classic Doctor Who, in the idea that John Pertwee, this is going to last a while to explain, but John Pertwee's first season was all on Earth, followed by Tom Baker, who was a very popular Doctor, followed by Peter Davison, a very young Doctor, considered at the time. Colin Baker wasn't exactly a much favoured by the public Doctor, and then Sylvester McCoy was the last Doctor before the cancellation. Christopher Eccleston's series, I think every story, every episode in that series has got something to do with Earth, similarly to John Pertwee's season, followed by David Tennant, a very popular Doctor, similar to Tom Baker, followed by Matt Smith, a very young Doctor, similar to Peter Davison, followed by Peter Capaldi, who through his era hasn't received the highest ratings of all, similar to Colin Baker. A lot of correlation going on here. I mean, is Jodie Whittaker going to be the last Doctor before the second cancellation? I fucking hope not, because it would be a shame for the show to go out on such a low. Plus, obviously people are saying, yes, the Doctor's now a woman for the first time, but the Doctor still has never been ginger. This is a woman we're talking about, constant hair dyeing and shoe shopping and stuff, and all that's going to be going on with all the other time ladies like Missy. The girls' night out in Gallifrey. Obviously that's a bit of a joke, and I'm self-aware that's a bit stereotypical. Personally, I have a few people, or I say a few, but a few targets to blame for the Doctor being a woman, or how the Doctor has become a woman, or why I'm really disappointed by it. First of all, we've got Moffat. At the time of Moffat's era, obviously we've pretty much come to the end of it now, he wasn't exactly great at attracting the general public, hence why since the end of Series 4, David Tennant and Russell T Davies' last series, every series from then has gradually, not rapidly, but just very gradually gone down and down and down in terms of average views per episode. The average views per episode for Series 10. Secondly, I've got to blame Chibnall. What is he thinking? As I said earlier, for someone who was concerned 30 years ago about the show's cancellation, why would he have chose something which he's got no idea how it's going to pan out? Thirdly, I blame the general public for not actually giving Peter Capaldi a chance. They thought, oh, for fuck's sake, he's an old man, or it's going to be fairly dull. He's a good actor, I'll give him that, but I also agree that Moffat and the other production team have kind of let him down a bit. I mean, they provided him with the most dark, boring, well, it's not boring, but just dark and jaded title sequence ever. A lot of the camera shots in Series 10 were pretty much pitch black. He was given Matt Lucas, who you know, I can't take seriously as a companion, because whenever I see him in the show, I just keep on thinking about, oh, I'm the only gay in the village. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's my whole rant of the Doctor being a woman. Kind of a fucking joke, if you ask me. And all the feminism which is cheering towards it, like, which makes it even worse. I mean, hopefully she will leave after one series, even if that does make her era seem even more of a joke than it already seems to be. Thanks for watching.